Long before crowns were placed on heads, before kings were remembered by name, there were stories, carried by firelight and guarded by elders. Tonight I tell you one of those stories, a story of destiny that waited. Because as the elders say, a river does not forget its source, no matter how far it flows. This is the story of a child born to rule, but raised where no throne could find him. In a fertile land of red earth and ancient hills stood the kingdom of Kearo. It was a land of tradition where the drums spoke truth and the crown listened only to wisdom. King Adeyemi, ruler of Kearo, was just and respected, but time had bent his back and shortened his breath. The elders knew, the spirits knew, a crown would soon seek a new head. Because as the elders say, a river does not forget its source, no matter how far it flows. This is the story of a child born to rule, but raised where no throne could find him. On the night the queen gave birth, lightning split the sky, but no rain fell. The priest cast the sacred palm nuts. Then he froze. This child, he said, will rule. Pause. But not by strength, not by inheritance, not by ambition. He lowered his voice. If this child grows inside the palace, he will be destroyed. Silence filled the room. For as the elders say, the destiny that shines too early must be protected from jealous eyes. That very night, betrayal moved faster than truth. Whispers sharpened into weapons. Smiles hid hunger for power. Queen Morenike wrapped her child in plain cloth and kissed his forehead once. May the earth hide you, she whispered. The loyal guard Olamide fled with the child under the cover of darkness. Behind them, the palace burned. But as the elders say, when fire chases a child, destiny carries him. Far away in a forgotten village, the child was raised as Aiko. No crown, no history, no protection. He fetched water, he tilled the soil, he slept hungry. But something walked with him. He listened more than he spoke. Anger softened around him. Elders paused when he asked questions. An old woman once said, "This boy walks like tomorrow." Pause. Because wisdom often grows where pride cannot survive. As Ayo grew, the village leaned on him without knowing why. When disputes rose, his words settled them. When hunger came, he shared what little he had. And one night, far away, the sacred drum of Kankayaro beat once, calling for him. In the kingdom he had never known, kings rose and fell, greed ruled, justice slept. The crown rejected every unworthy head. The land cracked, the people suffered. The elders cried out, "We have offended destiny." For as the elders say, when the wrong hands hold power, the land remembers. At last the old guard Olamide found Ayo again, now a man. "Your land is bleeding," he said, "and it calls your spirit." Ayo shook his head. "I am no king." Olamide replied calmly, "The crown does not answer words, it answers character." Pause. He who is destined does not rush. Before the throne of Kro, princes stood tall. Ayo knelt. The crown burned the proud. It rested gently on the humble. Silence. Then drums. Then tears. Destiny had recognized him. Ayo was crowned King Ayodele, he who brings joy home. His first command was not power, but food for the hungry. His second was not punishment, but justice returned. His third was not fear, but truth set free. Because as the elders say, a king is not above the people, he is beneath their burden. And so the child raised in exile ruled with compassion, because destiny does not ask where you were raised, it asks who you became. Power fades, character remains. This has been a Learning Lighthouse story, African wisdom remembered. If this story touched you, share it. because wisdom grows when passed on. Good night, and may your destiny recognize you.